Hey everyone, welcome to Nicole's Needlework. Today is Saturday, May 18th, and it is right around 10:30 a.m. I do have quite a bit to share. I have been working on my Stitch Mania, a new project, every other day. So I am up to 9 projects now. Last Wednesday, I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but I ended up getting a migraine. And it lasted almost a week. I still have a tiny bit of a headache, but it's not like it was where all I wanted to do was go to sleep, basically. But I did manage to stick with my schedule even though I had the migraine. First thing I do have to share is my Impressionist shawl finish, and I still need to wash and block it, and when I wash it and block it, this lace will really show. But I am so happy. It's really, really long. I told you those rows were getting so long, and that's why. But I love how it turned out. And I'm showing you the back. Was I? Yes, this is the front. So yeah, I can't wait to wear this when it gets cooler. It's already summer here. It's like 90 degrees. It's going to be 90 degrees today. So yeah, so happy with it. Love the little picot edge there. So, and this will probably be worn like this. So yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So after I finished that, I started working on my Cosmic Girl. Sorry. I have my son's old chair, and it's falling apart. And there's Ginger, she has a toy, so. I started working on my Cosmic Girl shawl again. And I'll post in my blog, I'll post all my show notes, and in my show notes you can find everything I talk about, well, almost everything. I try to put everything in there. Fabrics I use, yarn I use, designers. So this is where I am. I did only have the black done, so it was nice to finally work with some color. So this is Hedgehog Fibers Skinny Singles. And this is Graphite, and this is Cheeky. And what I had. But anyway, so this has been a lot of fun to work on. And the needle I'm using is Chowgu US 5. I think it's 3.75 millimeters. That's been a lot of fun. Okay, so Stitch Mania, and I do have a little notebook. So first one was The Winter is Past, and I already showed that. And that was on 40 count. Picture this plus, I think it's sand. It's either sand or legacy, but I'm thinking it's sand. And this is by Blackbird Designs and from the In Friendship's Way book. And a very, very kind person is sending me the box to mount this on. So thank you so, so much. I appreciate it so much. And then the second, so let's see, my second one was Henpeck by Plum Street Samplers, and I finished it on May 9th. So I started at May 3rd, finished it May 9th. And this is on 36 count Oaken with all the called for threads. And last time I said whiskey or queen bee was only used in the feet and beak. Actually, it's whiskey that's only used in the feet and beak. Queen bee is only used right here in this little bee. So those could definitely be substituted for DMC. And there's one other, it was I forgot the name of it. It's the little light, it's Seafoam, I think, by Weeks Dye Works. That's only used here in a couple places. That could definitely be substituted. And then the whitewash is only used in the eyes, and that can be substituted for DMC also. I put that on my last video in the description box. So just save you a little. So the next start was Garden Urn Pin Keep. That's this one. And I finished it that day. So I started at May 5th and finished at May 5th. It was basically like a marathon stitching day. I think that was a Sunday. And I didn't do anything. Well, I did stuff. I did laundry and cleaned and stuff, but I didn't do anything else. So such a sweet little finish. It's got some satin stitches and colonial knots. I had to do some YouTube research on the colonial knots. I know how to do French knots, colonial knots. I've done before but couldn't remember. So now I just need to actually FFO this. I just need to get brave and start doing some finishing. Okay, so start number 4, May 7th, was Caroline Broomhead by Plum Street Antiques, or Samplers. Paulette Stewart. And that's that one. So this is on 36 count Ligonier Latte, and it's upside down. Not doing very good today. I have threads everywhere, sorry. So I had originally was going to use a dinky dye for this border, and I didn't like it. It was just too bright. So I got out the Herb Garden, which I had been saving for my Ann Rayner sampler, and thought, well, I'll just, hopefully there'll be enough for Ann Rayner, or I'll have to get another skein. So that's all I've done, just working on the border. And I'm using almost all the called for silk threads. I have a couple changes, blue ice instead of shepherd's pasture, and Arctic ice instead of Chester's blue, and Gloriana mocha instead of birch brown. So, and I'll put those changes on my blog. Oops, my Herb Garden. It's such a pretty green. So I'm glad I went back to it. And this is an old bag I got from Shepherd's Bush, probably about 15 years ago. I get questions at least weekly about where I get these bags. You can get them 123 Stitch, Down Sunshine Lane, Stitch and Frame Shop, Amazon. This brand is called Alvin, and I have a list of my favorite products that I've gathered on Amazon, and I will link that below. But you can also find them cheaper, like 24 for 10 bucks on Amazon. So I don't know about their quality. This quality is good. I've used these for a long time, and the Container Store has them also. Okay, start number 5 was, where did I put it? A Gentleman's Daughter. So normally I wouldn't have done like 2 Plum Streets in a row, but, or actually it would be, no, yeah, 2 Plum Streets in a row. But I'm using the Tiny Decisions app, so it picked it for me. That's fine. So this is Plum Street Samplers, A Gentleman's Daughter, and not a lot of stitching. This is the day, I think, when I really wasn't feeling well. And this is all I got done. And this is 40 count vintage maple sugar by Lakeside Linens. And I'm using all the called for threads, I believe. No, I have one change. So my persimmon Classic Colorworks was very orange, and so I'm using Cherry Tomato by Classic Colorworks, because I want it to be a little more pink. Other than that, all the called for threads. All right, number 6 was Summer in Bloom Drum by Blackbird Designs. And that is from the Maria Selby Humphrey book. This one. This is the drum, and this is Maria Selby Humphrey sampler. I really want to stitch that one day. And this is what I have done. And this is 36 count Wren by Picture This Plus. And I'm just working on, the colors are a lot more green. It looks more blue in the picture. But I worked on this a lot when I stayed home and I binge watched PBS shows. Unforgotten, which is really good, mystery series, and Les Miserables, which was really good. I saw the play in Hawaii, but I didn't remember anything about it. So the PBS show is really good. So that's my progress. And I'm using all the called for threads. Except this toffee, it was very, very orangey, so I ended up, see if I can find it. I ended up going with the DMC for that one. And it's a little more subtle. Okay, so I'm having technical difficulties today. I just accidentally deleted I was editing and I deleted videos I needed. I don't know. I'm having issues today. So let me start from, well, actually I have half my video still. Okay, so where I lost it was Black Cat Chickadee. So I am stitching this on 36 count Wren by Picture This Plus, and that's what I have so far. And I'm using all the called for threads, and this is by Heartstring Samplery, and it is in Bird Collection 3. So, and that's the one I'm doing. And we have a bird feeder outside our living room window, and we get a lot of the black cap chickadees. We love them. They're so sweet, sweet, sweet birds. I started that on May 13th. So start number 8 is, well, where is it? Is it in here? Yes. Be Happy, Humble, and Kind by Brenda Gervais. And this was a gift from a coworker, and she's been wanting me to start it, so I finally am. I love this. And I'm using 40 count vintage light exemplar, and that's all I have is her little feet and part of her dress. And I'm using all the called for threads, and they're so pretty. I love these colors. So that's Be Happy, Humble, and Kind. Start number 8. Start number 9 was yesterday, and that is Where My Heart Blooms by Blackbird Designs, and this came out in 2008, so it is out of print now, unfortunately. I've actually been wanting to stitch this since it came out, so finally am. And I'm stitching it on 40 count Prim Gray by Dames of the Needle. And this linen I got 2 years ago at Stitches and Things in Fenton, Michigan, where my dad lives. So I can't wait to visit this summer. I'm getting my wish list all ready. So I just got a little bit of the border done. And there are some specialty stitches, some Smarta stitches in here. So it kind of adds a little. This was actually stitched, the model was stitched on 30 count. So mine is going to be a little smaller than the model, but I'm loving it, and I'm using all the culprit threads for this as well. So that's it. That is my 9 starts. I have 3 finishes. I think I'm going to work on my pin keep, my drum pin keep, and maybe try and get that finished this weekend, and then I'll have 4 Stitch Mania finishes. So I have 7 more I'll be working on for the rest of the month, and so I'm excited to see what my Tiny Decisions app picks for me. Oh, and the winner for the giveaway. So I didn't, so I left my phone at work. So normally I like kind of do a video of the screen when I do the random number generator. So I couldn't do that. I just have my iPad. So I took a screenshot of it, and the winner is Abby Bella Stitch. So I will insert a screenshot of the random number generator drawing right here. So congrats, Abby. I'll put my email below. You can contact me and let me know your email, and I will get that gift certificate from Fire Poppies to you today. And I think that's it. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will try to do another video before the end of May or just after or beginning of June sometime. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.